Welcome to sunny Southern California at Venice Beach. I'm Alex Karu. If you're just joining, we're going to get warmed up. Let me give you the order of operations of what we're going to do today. We are going to go through our warm-up first. We'll do a little mindfulness. I'll introduce myself a little bit, let you know who I am. And then we're going to do a little technique session, okay? So with the technique, I'm going to take us through all the moves we're going to do today. It's only 4 moves that I have to teach you, okay? So in those 4 moves, I'm going to just do a little technique into that, and then we're going to get pretty much right into the complex, okay? It is going to be on the clock, okay? You are expected to be able to know some of these moves at least, all right? I'm not necessarily teaching from the ground up today, so you need to be able to have a swing, clean, a press, and a squat in your arsenal, okay? So just be aware of that when we move through this one. All right. To introduce myself, my name is Alex Karu. I'm a Strong First certified coach. I have both level 1, level 2, the bodyweight certification through Strong First, and I'm going for the barbell one, also known as the SFL. I recently became a beast tamer. For those of you guys that don't know what that is, that's where I hold a kettlebell, I do a pistol squat, I press it over the head, and I also do a pull-up with it strapped to me, okay? So really tough to train for that, and I'm glad it's over. I don't mind if I ever have to do a 48-kilogram pistol squat again. But besides that, yeah, it was a really good way to build up strength and to be able to train for it. The other thing about me that I live right by the beach, so you can't see it, but over that way, the beach is right there. It's about a 30-second walk, which is perfect. I live exactly where I want to live. I have all my kettlebells here. If you notice, I have my Kettlebell Kings 28 right there. Another fun fact that surprises people, I'm also a vegan, right? So I eat a completely plant-based diet. I've been doing this for 12 years. And the cool part is I've had the most gains over the last 3 or 4 years. And with that, I've been doing it on this plant-based diet. So it's kind of cool for that also. I have a lot of cool things coming out for the Kettlebell Kings. I have a book that I've been working on. So if you are anywhere in the LA area, you probably see me at a local cafe typing everything up. I have a lot of good information in there. So if you like my style, you're going to like this book that I have coming out for you. The other thing is, what else can I tell you? I play hockey tonight. I like to surf. I live in exactly where I'm supposed to live. Okay. So that's enough about me. I've been in the industry for about, definitely over a decade now. So it's been a while. I'm really happy to share this with you. I love kettlebells. I love being able to share this information. So if it's helpful, wait till the end, because basically once I take us through the workout, we'll do a little mindful meditation, and then we're going to finish out with a Q&A. Okay. So if you do have questions in this, please save it for the end, and we can go through whatever questions you might have. You can actually type them as we go along, but I might not catch them all. So if you can, remember what you have, you can write them down or type them and then go back and then paste it back in, okay? I'll try to get to all of your questions that you might have. Other than that, though, guys, I think it's time to get started. So we're going to do a quick warm-up, all right? If you did this last workout with me, about a month ago, this is going to be familiar, okay? It's the joint warm-up, okay? So we're going to start by bringing those fists down and back behind our back. We're going to shake our head yes, looking down, and then looking up, chin to chest, look up, chin to chest, and look up, and back to neutral, look to the right, and then look left. We're shaking our head no, right, left, right, and then left. Good, come back to center. Let's go right ear, right shoulder, left ear, left shoulder. If you're lucky, you might get a snap, crackle, and pop. Right ear, right shoulder, left ear, left shoulder. Good. We're going to put that head on a half pipe. So let it drop, slowly roll to one side, keeping it out front, and then back down the half pipe the other way. And just go back and forth with that. Okay. So everything should be streaming okay. I do apologize in advance. There's always a lot of noise. Sometimes choppers are going overhead. We got planes. We live on top of each other. So just bear with it. I'm doing my best. Usually I'm mic'd up. Good. Let's let it drop. Let's slowly bring it up. All right. What I want you to do is interlock these hands, bring them out front. Okay, I'm going to have you halo it around your head. Try to get it all the way down behind your bun if you have it. And then the other way, back through. Other way. Good, and then back through. Okay, so we're just haloing them around our head. All these things can be done with the kettlebell, what I'm showing right now, but I like to show just the bodyweight version. And I know some of you guys are going to have questions about size. This is a really good workout to teach you what size kettlebell you're using also. Good, one more. Good. Now from here, what I want you to do, take your sunglasses. You're going to take them off and punch your elbows out. take them off, punch them out, take them off, punch them out, take them off, punch them out. Now you're going to go the other way. So punch them out, put your sunglasses on, out, on, out, on, out, on. One more, out and on. Good. Let's go arms out. You're going to put your right palm up. You're going to just lean towards that palm, left palm down. Keep reaching away from with that left palm too. And switch, other side. Switch. Switch. So this is our Egyptian right here. Switch. And switch. Good. So bring the palms of those palms together. You're going to take a deep breath in, open up those chests, and then let it breath out, hug, in. Big one out. Big hug, in, out, in, out. Let's go one more in and out. Good. Come tall here. We're going to take our right knee. We're going to bring it up, out, and down. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. Let's go one more. Up, out, down. We're going to go the other way with it. So out, in, down. Out, in, down. Out, in, down. One more. Out, in, down. Let's do the other leg. So in, out, down. In, out, down. And just circling out. In, out, down. In, out, down. Let's go the other way. So out, in, and down. Out, in, and down. You might get some crunchiness if you're like me. One more. Out, in, down. Let's go wide here. We're going to put our hands on our hips. Let's just make some gentle circles one direction here. And then every time you circle around, let's go wider and a little wider and then really wide. Good. Let's go the other way with it. So you can start small and then get wider and wider and wider. Good. All right, from here, let's bring both of our legs together. You're going to take your hands on your knees. You're just going to circle those knees out. If you notice, as promised, I'm working you through every joint that's going to be impacted today. Let's go other direction. Pretty much every joint in the body. Good. From here, come tall. If you need to grab something to balance, that's fine. You're just going to bring one side up. I got my right ankle up. I'm going to circle it in the first direction. Good. Let's go the other way. And mobility is important, guys. Don't neglect this. I do this before every workout. Let's do the other foot. This is what helps keep us young. Let's go the other way with it. Good. Now from here, if you need to grab onto something, I have my motorcycle right here. I just cruised in. I'm going to grab onto it and I can just help pull myself into the squat. But if you can, free form, go as wide as you need, legs out. You're going to just squat down and pry your elbows in between. Just open up those hips, okay? So it's going to be for that inner thigh. And if you can, if you feel pretty comfortable here, just give me a little rock, one direction, and then the other. We're just going to go side to side. That's it. Good. Some of you guys are going to be feeling this if you're like me. Good. From here, come on up. All right. I think it's officially time to work it out. So it's a great day. It's Friday. The sun is shining. Wherever you are, I'm going to bring it on to you, okay? Because we got some really, really good stuff today. I love my Friday workouts, my Friday kettlebell workouts. It's kind of part of the routine. So I'm really excited to share this one with you. What we're going to do today, I'm just going to let you guys know, I do a complex about once a week, but with this one, this would be typically what I would do at the end of one of my strength workouts, okay? So this would be on top of maybe, for this one, it would be maybe on my heavy deadlift day, my heavy overhead press day. But I could work this one because this one's pretty versatile. It's pretty complete. I could potentially work it in on a squat, bench, and pull day. I kind of have my own design for that. That doesn't really matter. It's kind of irrelevant because for you, this is going to be the full workout. You can definitely make this a full one. And the way we're going to do rounds today, it's going to totally happen, okay? So I want to start out because I want to make sure when we do this, we have all of the moves you need in your arsenal and you're going to be safe. All right, now, selecting bell size, this is really important. And this is going to be pretty much across the board for any kettlebell workout you do. You want to make sure that you're picking a weight that is going to be the limiting factor in this workout, okay? So real quick, what I want you to think about is when you're doing a strict, heavy overhead press, okay? So I have this kettlebell up. I'm going to press it over, okay? Whatever that weight is that you can do for quite a few reps. Now, it's not your heaviest, okay? Like I told you guys, recently I became a beast tamer. If I try to do this workout with the 48, I'm going to get one round and I'm going to be done, okay? So no chance, all right? And even so, I don't even know if I'll get on both sides. It's kind of ridiculous, especially with the moves I'm doing, okay? So I want you to scale it because we're going to do about at least 10, maybe 15. We'll see what we get to timing wise today with that. Okay. But the press is the limiting factor. So selecting kettlebell size is often based on whatever move gives you the most challenge. So we know today we have our swing. Okay. We know today we have our clean. We know we have our squat, and we know we have our press, okay? Now, I am trying to make this a strict military. Now, I understand some of you guys may not be able to, one, go overhead, or two, have a bell heavy enough to go overhead, okay? So if that's the case, what I want you to do is, if you know the push press, I'll show that briefly at the end. It's not ideal for this complex, but you would just dig in and you'd be able to use a little bit of that leg power, okay? So you could totally do that. If you know you're not comfortable going overhead, you're just gonna hold a rack position while I'm pressing through this complex, okay? But base the weight on what your press weight is, okay? And for me, I'm using a 28 here. That means it should mean nothing to you. My body and where my strength is has nothing to do with where your body or strength is. So even though we try to scale things and say, hey, where am I? Like, where should I be? There really is none. It's based on your weight. It's based on your mechanics and what you're able to do strength-wise, okay? So just be aware of that, all right? You're not competing with anybody but yourself, okay? That's been one of the things that's really helped me get to another level. And I'm always trying to express the full version of this temple, okay? I want you to do the same for your body, all right? So let's start out here because I want to start out with the swing, okay? So we need to be able to have a single arm swing, okay? So just a quick review. I'm just going to show this and then we're going to go pretty much right into the single arm swing. We're going to start with a two-handed swing. So remember, the lineup for this, step, step, hips, hands, pack the lats, okay? Okay. So it looks just like that. Now, a couple of things to be focused on when you do it. You're going to make sure that you're coming tall at the top. You're in a full plank position, okay? You're letting that breath out at the timing, and this should be powerful. Remember, it's coming from your glutes and hamstrings. It's a hinge pattern, not a squat, okay? So the butt's going back, all right? Now, real quick, I just wanted to show that. If you did my last workout, you already should know this, so this is going to be building on it. The good part about the single arm swing is I don't have to teach you anything again. The mechanics remain exactly the same, okay? So the lineup is exactly the same. You're even going to see the way I set my hand up is the same, but you're going to see me remove my hand, okay? So watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go step, step, and just watch me on this, and then you can join in. We're going to go hips. Now look, I'm going to tilt the bell. I'm going to let one hand go, okay? Now, when I go to swing this back, you're going to see this free hand is going to go back with me, but I'm having it here to keep my symmetry, because if I start like this, I'm out of position pretty much, okay? So right here, I'm going to do all the same mechanics as the swing. Okay. So what I want you to do is, let's practice this together. We're just going to go 5 swings on one side. We're going to park it. I'll give you a little cue, and then we're going to go to the other side, okay? So let's line this up. Let's go. Step, step, hips, hands. Okay, let that one hand go. Okay, the free hand's going to go back in 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 swing. Good. Park that bell. Okay. Remember, it's not over until you stand. All right, quick little shakeout. Let's do the other side. Here we go. 5 seconds here. Step, step. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's 5 for me. Good. All right. So some of you guys, I can already feel because it's hot out today, slippery. I have my chalk over here, so I'm just going to have this on standby. I'm going to chalk up real quick. Okay, that's just to make it preventing the bell from slipping out. Okay, bam, and that looks cool. Okay, so swing should be there. A couple of things I didn't talk about, but this is a good thing to think of. You have 2 options. When you come to the top, you can either match, just tap the bell, or what I do is I make a fist to make sure I have that good lat contraction on that other side. That's going to prevent me from having the bell come out of my arms, okay? Just be aware of that, all right? Because I want to be very symmetrical at the top, so my shoulders are within alignment with each other, okay? Next one. I need to teach you this one because in the complex, you're going to have to go hand to hand, okay? So we're going to have to swing it through, all right? Now, hand-to-hand swing is a much scarier. It looks much scarier than it is because what people think they have to do is they have to let it go. You see all these people flipping the kettlebells. Looks really cool. Don't get me wrong. If you're one of those people, I give you credit. For me, though, I like to keep it simple. It's right here. It's at that top point. I enjoy the float. I grab with the other side, and then I come down. I'm just able to go hand to hand. So watch here first. You're going to notice I'm going to catch at the top point. You're even going to see me actually hang on the bell a little longer than I normally would because I want you to be confident doing this, okay? So you'll see me line up, step, step. Just watch here, okay? First side, and I'm going to switch right at the top. See how I go down? It's a simple switch. to the point where it's just right there to catch, okay? So looks scarier than it is, but when you do it once, just have that hand there ready, because a lot of times I'll see people come up and for some reason they're like, oh, I forgot, and then they have to grab it. Just have that hand there ready, okay? Let's try, let's go 8, 10 hand-to-hand swings, okay? Just 8 reps here. Let's line it up. Step, step, hips, hand. All right, here we go. 5 seconds here in 4, 3, 2, 1. So swing, catch at the top, and then down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And park it safe. Good. Okay. So hand to hand, you're going to need that for the transfer. Okay. Next thing, we're going to get into the clean. Okay. I don't want you to bang your wrist on this one. That's a really common thing I see, because the number one thing I see is people are doing 2 things. One, they're cleaning too high, but another way of saying that is they're cleaning to the rack. So one thing that can really help, and I'll do a whole series, I'm sure, or some workout on the actual clean technique. What you're going to see is I'm going to do a low pull first, okay? So it's basically just it's a row, but as soon as my hips pop, I'm already in that row position, okay? Now, it's not going to be that dramatic, and you're going to see I'm going to be able to float. But rather than cleaning and catching the bell, you're going to see me receive it. It's going to come up smooth and go right into the rack, okay? So I'm going to show you, watch again. I'm going to show you the low pull first. I'm going to do just like 3 reps on the one side, and then I'm going to go into 3 clean. So I want you to see this. Okay, so step, step, hips, low pull. Right away. See how it just floats that low? Now I'm going to go into the clean. Right from that low pull. It's a nice little cue to get you a little smoother on that, okay? And then again, if you notice, the bell doesn't really go above here. It just comes to that rack. It's placed there, okay? So you can do this one with me. Let's line it up. Here we go. Step, step, hips, hands. We're going to go 3 low pull. Let it float. It might be awkward at first. Stick with it. 3. Now 3 clean from that low pull. Good. Park. All right. We'll go to the other side. Okay. Here we go. 5 seconds here in 4, 3, 2, 1. So low pull. 3. Now go right into the clean. 3 clean. Okay. So that's a nice way to smooth out your clean a little bit, all right? There's so much information I gave you on the clean, but I'm going to stick there, okay? That's one cue. Focus on going to that low pull. Okay, it's going to be helpful. All right. The next thing we're going to need to have our squat in our arsenal, okay? So this being a single arm squat, it's asymmetrical. That means one side of your body is going to have to work harder than the other side. But your job, because we're doing everything in hard style, that's what we do here, we're going to make sure that it's like I have a kettlebell on the other side, okay? Some of you guys might like to put your arm out. The goal is to get this cross radiation. So if I'm holding the kettlebell on my right side, you're going to see me squeeze on the other side, or like I'm actually holding a bell, okay? The other thing is the transference from the bottom to the top, you're going to hear in hop cue, okay? So that's going to just be the transference of energy, all right? So watch here. I'm only going to do a couple reps here. Okay, this one, because we know the swing through now, I'm going to show you how to swing it through. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 each side. So just watch me. So I'm going to clean it up. Okay, now right here, I'm going to be tight, both lats packed, keeping the symmetry of the shoulders. Hup. Hup. Now watch, I'm going to swing it through. Clean. Other side. Hup. Hup. Good. Okay. So take a second. Well, I'm going to take a second, shake it out. But now I'm going to have you do this, okay? We're just going to go 3 one side, 3 the other side, okay? Even though I told you the actual workout, you're going to only be needing to do 1 rep. I want you to get some of these reps in, so when we do this, it's going to feel like old hat. You've done this before. Okay. 3 one side, swing it through, and then 3 the other side. Step, step, hips in 4, 3, 2, 1. So clean it up. Line it up, your squat position, nice and tight. Hup, 3 first side, 1. Hup, 2. Hup, 3. Swing it through. Clean it up. 3 the other side. Hup. Hup. 1 more. Hup. Good. And park. Okay. So give me a quick little shake out. All right. So for me, yeah, This bell's not so light, okay? That's what I'm working with, okay? I'm gonna make it work for you guys. It's gonna be a good complex though, because based on this and for my press weight, I think the 28 is gonna be good for me, okay? This last one, we're gonna work on our strict press. Now, some of you guys, if you're not able to go overhead and look directly aside without seeing your arm, you probably don't have good overhead mobility. And what that means is that I can see my arm. That's no good. Okay, so you see that the difference of this versus this, okay? This, my wrist is lined up with my elbow, is lined up with my shoulder, is lined up with my hip, knee, all the way down to my foot, okay? The bell's really evenly distributed on that way. If you're in front, that bell's gonna be sitting over nothing, okay? I'm purposely showing this without the bell because I don't wanna play around with this with the 28, okay? But if the bell's sitting over nothing, that's not what we want. We wanna make sure we're here. So I'm gonna let you use your judgment. If you know you're one of those people that already have a hard time going overhead, I want you to just hold a rack position, because just holding the kettlebell in this rack is going to help you awaken probably some of this lat tightness, okay? See how my lat's cramped there? I want you to make sure you're building up that posterior strength. So the kettlebell is beautiful for doing that, because what it does is it frees, or how should I say, it should, when you hold the kettlebell here, it turns on that backside of your body, the posterior part, okay? So I just want you to be aware of that. If you know you can't go overhead, fine, just hold the rack position, okay? But if you can, you're gonna match me, okay? You're gonna notice a few things. One, I have a bell that I know I can strict press, meaning my quads are locked, my abs are locked, my glutes are locked, okay? I'm gonna squeeze the opposite side. I'm gonna go overhead without twist, without using my legs, okay? If you don't have a bell that you're able to do that with, but you know how to push press, meaning you can push through like that, that's gonna be the bell you use, okay? But if you can, we're gonna try to strict press whatever bell you have, okay? So we're gonna clean it up, and I'm gonna have you just press it overhead. If you wanna watch, feel free, and then you can practice. In 3, 2, 1, so I'm gonna clean it up. So first side, I'm gonna be tight. Good, just 1 rep, okay? I'm gonna park that, okay? So you notice everything's really tight, okay? I'm gonna go to the other side here. Here we go, step, step, hips, in 3, 2, 1, clean it up. Nice and tight, everything tight underneath, tight. Press it overhead, okay? So that move right there is going to be what you are basing this entire workout on, okay? Whatever you can press one time, but comfortably press, okay? Not a max out press, whatever you can comfortably press, because we're gonna be doing quite a few rounds of this. That's the weight you're gonna be using, okay? I don't care if it's light on the swing or the clean or the squat. I care that you can press it overhead, okay? So now we're gonna go through it. We're gonna combine all the beautiful things we learned here, okay? So this is called a deep 4. I call it a deep 4 because these are some of the most primary moves that you will do in a kettlebell workout, okay? And this is, again, what is a kettlebell complex, flow, whatever you want to call it. This is the main portion of conditioning that I use, okay? It's a way to get my heart rate up. People say, I have a friend that's like, do you ever do cardio? And like seeing me do this, and I'm like, ha ha ha, funny. Because this one gets my heart rate up like no other, okay? So just be aware of that. All right, so I'm gonna get into it. You're gonna see, it's gonna go swing, just to mark it. I'm gonna go clean, okay? If you need to change your stance for the squat, you can do that. Be tight, up, okay? If you need to change your stance for the press, bring it closer. I'm gonna go up, okay? Now, I'm gonna set myself, I was practicing this a little bit. I can get away with it with keeping about the same stance, okay? So my squat stance is basically what it's based on, okay? I need to be able to create that clearance. And then when I'm going to the squat, I just am gonna keep my feet the same and then go overhead, okay? If that's you, that's fine too. But feel free to move your feet, whatever feels comfortable for your stance, because your stance is not necessarily gonna match mine. You might have different hip angles, different ankle mobility, all different things there. So for your squat, if you know what it is, I want you to base on that, and feel free to move your feet, but you're not gonna see me do that so much. That's number 1, okay? Number 2, when we combine these moves, I'm gonna finish the press on the one side, okay? You're gonna go right to the other side, so you're gonna see me, I'm gonna let that bell, I'm not casting it out, I'm just letting it drop. I'm gonna do a full swing, swing it through, then I'm gonna go right into the other side with the swing, clean, squat, press, okay? I want you to watch around of me here so you can get what you're getting into, because once we start this, I'm gonna start a clock basically. Once I start it, it is not gonna stop, okay? So you're in this workout, all right? And once we do this, yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. We'll see how many rounds we can get. I'm gonna aim for around 10. I think that's gonna be good for this one today, okay? So watch my setup. Notice what maybe would be the problem points for yourself. So mark this as you're watching me, and then I'm gonna have us get into it. Okay, so watch, it's gonna go step, step. Here we go. So it's gonna go swing, clean, squat, hop, press. Okay, I'm gonna swing it through. Other side, swing, clean, squat, hup, and press, and park, okay? That's one round. Now, this is beautiful because once I start the clock, we're on the minute. That's it. That's how this works today, okay? So when it's on the minute, that means we start at the top of every minute. So if you're keeping a clock at home, you start around the same time I am, you're gonna see, I'm gonna start basically start to 0, we go up to 1 minute. When it gets to that 1 minute, we start the next round, okay? We're gonna try for 10 of these, okay? I'm gonna see how I feel. I had a full workout already. I'm already sweating. It is a beautiful sunny day, like I said. And it's Friday. We love our workout, all right? Again, if you do have questions, please save them for the end. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna get this clock started. All right, here we go, guys. We're gonna line this up. We got 5 seconds here in 4, 3, 2, 1. So step, step, hips, hands. Here we go. Swing, clean, squat, hop, press. Swing it through, other side, swing, clean, squat, hop, press, okay, and park. So you're gonna have about 40 seconds of recovery, okay? So this would be the time, shake it out, decide whether that bell size is right or not, okay? It's your choice here. All right, we're gonna run through that same beautiful flow, okay? If you screw it up, guess what? That was only one round. You get 10 of these, all right? So you're gonna see me shaking out. You'll hear me say fast and loose. That just means you're moving in between. You're letting your arms go. Just let it loose here. All right, round number 2. We got about 10 seconds here. Okay, here we go. We got 5 seconds. Step, step, hips, hands, first side. In 3, 2, 1, swing, clean, squat, hop, press. Good. Back through, other side, swing, clean, squat, hop, and press, and park. Good. All right, so that's 2 rounds. Done, okay? So you can see some of these asymmetries. We wanna make sure we're tight, okay? Definitely don't let your body twist on the squat. Make sure your shoulders stay square on the ballistic hinges, whether you're swinging or cleaning. And make sure that when we're pressing, everything remains tight underneath, okay? Just be aware of that. All right, so fast and loose in between. We feel pretty good right now. Again, base it on your weight. If you can keep a strict press, fine. If you're doing the push, meaning you have a little heavy of a weight, that's fine too, okay? But try to do the strict press if you have the weight for it. 10 seconds here. All right, here we go. Step, step, hips, hands on bell. In 3, 2, 1, swing, clean, squat, hop, press. Swing it through, swing, clean, squat, hop, press. Good, and park. Good. All right, so quick little shakeout. And I'm just gonna breathe. I'm gonna see what's going on. How are you guys doing over there? All right, hopefully that technique breakdown was good for you. All right, that's 3 rounds down. We're going for at least 10 today, so we'll see how we feel. All right. Apply all the principles, come back to it. Think how much power can you create in your glutes and hamstring. I always think about pinching a penny between my butt cheeks at the top of any ballistic hinge. Swing, clean, what have you. Okay, here we go. We're going into round 4. We got 10 seconds here. Let's line it up. All right, so I'm gonna go step, step, hips, hands on bell. In 4, 3, 2, 1, swing, clean, squat, hop, press. Good. Swing it through. Swing. Clean. Squat. Hop. Press. And park the bell. Good. Okay. So fast and loose. This is where you want to start shaking it out. Okay. The reason why you'll hear fast and loose in between, very simply put, your body turns into sludge. That's called lactic acid. None of us want it, but we're not machines yet. You'll become one, but we all run into that wall. Okay. That build up, if you just stand around after you do it, it's going to just sit there. Okay. So you'll see me fast and loose. Just keep that energy, a little motion in the ocean, in the Pacific Ocean. Okay. Here we go. We're going into round number 5. Let's have some fun now. You know what you're doing. Here we go. Step, step, hands on bell. In 3, 2, 1, swing, clean, squat, hop, press, swing it through, swing, clean, squat, hop, press, and park. Okay. Shake out. That's it. That's 5 rounds down. We're still going. So if I was doing this, after my workout, that might be all the rounds. I usually do like a 5 to 7, maybe 5 to 8 at most rounds. Okay. That would be at the end of a strength workout. All right. But we're making this a whole workout. So we're going to do a few more rounds, as you can feel. Okay. Okay. So fast and loose. Be nimble. Jack could be nimble. Jack be quick. Jack swing this kettlebell and press it over. I don't have the kettlebell stick. That doesn't sound right. All right, let's line it up. Step, step, hips, hands on bell in 3, 2, 1. Swing, clean, squat, hop, press, swing it through, swing, clean, squat, hop, press. Good. And park. Okay. So fast and loose in between. Someone else's heart rate going up? Yeah, with this 28, I'm feeling it. Okay. For me, I could just tell you based on where my strength is, I probably wouldn't go heavier than a 32. That would be probably my absolute max for this one because I want to do at least 10 rounds. I'm sticking with the 28, okay? By increasing my volume and decreasing maybe what my potential weight could be for like maybe 5 rounds on this with the 32, it just adds a few more reps. My heart rate's going to continue to be higher. It's going to continue to be elevated. You could do all these things. All right, we got 10 seconds here. So let's line it up. Step, step, hips, hands on bell in 3, 2, 1. Swing, clean, squat, hop, press. Good, we're going to swing it through. Other side. Swing, clean, squat, hop, and press. Good. And park. Okay. So the deep four, we're into it, folks. We are into it. So deep four, some of our most primary moves, okay? You might see some really cool things that people are doing with kettlebells. If you can master these, it's going to make your life so much easier. You're going to get stronger. You're going to get more fit. For me, this is like a normal complex for me. This is normally what I do, okay? Sometimes you'll see me let go of the kettlebell and do all these cool, sexy things. This is what I'm really doing. This is the 101, okay? I'm trying to share that with you. 10 seconds here. Let's line it up. Step, step. Round 7 here. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 8, I meant. Swing, clean, squat, hop, press. Good. Swing it through. Swing, clean, squat, hop, and press, and park. Good. So yeah, that was round 8, okay? Not round 7. I got confused. I'm hot. I'm sweating. I'm getting sweat in my eyes. I'm not crying. Just the kettlebell sweat in my eyes. All right, kettlebell kings need to come out with a sweat protector. We already have it. It's called eyebrows, folks. Okay, so in between, you'll see me shake it out. Be loose, okay? You guys are doing great. Keep this pace. If you know that this is getting a little light for you, jump the next bell size up. And I'm talking specifically on the press. If it's heavy, go down. Or if it feels right, stay the same. This feels right for me. Okay, 10 seconds. Let's line it up. Step, step, hips, hands on bell. In 3, 2, 1. Swing, clean, squat, hop, press. Swing it through. Swing, clean, squat, hop, and press, and park. Good. All right, that's round 9 here. How are we feeling out there in TV land? I feel pretty good. So for some of you guys, this could be the last round, okay? I say we do 12. We'll just throw a little bonus action in there. We'll sprinkle it in there, okay? Actually, this is pretty good. I have some chalk. It's like, for you Salt Bay lovers out there, it's like a little chalk bay. I don't know. These are the things I think of. I know, crazy. Okay, so fast and loose in between. Going into round number 10. Okay, we're going to do 12 today, okay? I'm capping you at 12 no matter what. All right, here we go. Step, step, hips, hands on bell. In 3, 2, 1. Swing, clean, squat, hop, press, swing through, swing, clean, squat, hop, and press, and park. Good. 10 down, 2 to go. You're there. Second to last round coming. How much fun are we having here? Anyone else getting this beautiful Friday pump too? For those of you Arnie fans out there, we love the pump. I love the pump. You got 30 seconds. Okay. So mentally prep. Okay. You only got 2 rounds left. Let's keep the tension. We don't lose form. That's how you know the bell's right. If you're losing form, go down a size. I'd rather you keep technique than lose your form. Okay. Here we go. Let's line it up. Step, step, hips, hands on bell. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing, clean, squat, hop, press. Swing it through. Swing, clean, squat, hop, and press. Good, and park. Okay, guess what? We made it. You're down to it. If you're anything like me, in this like 75-degree weather, you're in a full sweat. I know I am. It's just dripping off me. I don't sweat, actually. I sparkle or I glisten. I heard someone say that once. I sparkle. I want you to also. Now I'm in a full sweat right now. Let's be real about this. Okay, but I got one more round, so you'll see me fast and loose. This is it. How much tension can you put into this last round? How tight can you be? How much can you control the squat down? Okay, this is it, folks. Whatever you got left in the tank, put it out here. 10 seconds. All right, let's do it. Step, step, hips, hands. Here we go. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing, clean, squat, hop, press. Last side, swing it through. Swing, clean, squat, hop, and press. Good, park safe. Show the stance. You did it, folks. Congratulations. Friday workout. The movement part is done. Okay. So now's the time. Any questions, anything that may have come up over that workout, feel free to start thinking about, because before we finish, I want to get into like a nice little meditation. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to find a comfortable seated position here. Okay. We're going to remove the fleshy part of the butt. I just like this little mindfulness way to bring the heart rate down. Okay. I'm going to go cross-legged. Some of you guys might be sitting up tall. If it's not your thing, you can keep your eyes open and just breathe deep. I don't care. Just I want to see you get some deep breaths into you. Okay. I'm going to put my hands on top of my legs. I'm going to yogi fingers here. Sit tall. I'm going to take a deep breath into my nose and out my nose. Into my nose. Out the nose. Let's go into the nose, all the way to the belly, and then out, emptying completely. And keep that nice deep breath flowing through your body, letting go of whatever hasn't been done or what you have to do. I want you to be connected with this breath right here, right now. As you can tell with kettlebell movements, everything is about biomechanical breathing, moving the breath with the bell movements. So some of these restorative deep breaths are going to be beneficial for you too. Actually, I read somewhere it could physically change your brain chemistry. Now, look, I'm no neuroscientist, but I like the sound of it. I want to believe it. So I'm going to go with those deep breaths in the nose and out the nose. And then I'm going to just let go, just flow into the breath. Be here, be present. Feel those clouds parting. And just breathe. All right, take one more deep breath in. Completely let it out with a sigh. Good. Keeping your eyes closed. Take your hands to heart center. Feel your heart, physical heart beating for you. This is going to beat for you 100,000 times a day. Give it back whatever you feel like it needs right now. Good. From here, if you care, just make a prayer position in front of your heart. You can just bow our head towards our hands. And what I want you to do right here, I want you to think about one thing, if you thought about it hard enough, that you could truly be excited about. Maybe it's something coming up this weekend, an event coming up soon, but something that if you thought about it hard enough, you could truly be excited about. And when you finish that, you can come up tall, hands back to those knees, and no rush. Whenever you're ready, you can slowly blink those eyes open. Whew. Nice work, everyone. Really, really good job. All right. So take your time coming out into it. I know we have all these questions probably. So let's go into it. I'm going to start on YouTube first. Okay. So on YouTube, I'm going to see what questions you might have. Okay. We have great warm-up exercises, great, good technical breakdown, penny pincher. Love it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to type to you guys. Okay. So great job there. And then let's see what we got on Instagram. Okay, I'm just scrolling through, seeing if we have anything. All right, so now's the time for Q&A. So some questions you might have. Now's the time on either platform, whatever you're on. If you're on Instagram, please feel free to ask your questions now. If you're on Instagram, or if you're on, I just gave you guys the hi. Thank you on the Kings. Okay, whatever questions you might have. There's a lot of things that came up technique-wise, so if you felt like there was something that maybe you wanted to break down more, I'm happy to demo it for you while you have me here. Anything that might come up. So what do we got? Can you describe a pack shoulder? Very, very good question. Okay. So now a pack shoulder can be done on a few different moves. All right. So we talk about a swing. Okay. I want you to think about something. That bell in the swing, the trajectory is going outward, right? So that bell wants to keep moving forward and pull you this way. Now, if you're doing a proper hardstyle swing, you're going to get tall and pull your shoulder in the socket. Now, a properly packed shoulder means that your lat is activated, okay? That's really all it means. So you see this muscle right here? That's what's turning on there, okay? So that means when that bell goes away from your body, you do that power breath, your shoulder stays packed, okay? That's on the swing. Now, when you're in the rack position, it's to make it so this bell isn't falling out one way or another. You're not shrugging, okay? On a press, for example, sometimes I'll see people shrug out of it, okay? You want to make sure that shoulder, the lat stays active because that's the first initial part, and then you go overhead, okay? So that's a really good question. On those two moves, those will probably be the most vital ones, okay? So good question there, pack shoulder, okay? What else do we have? Any other questions you might have? Now is your time. Type whatever you'd like here, and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. What do we got? What do you guys got for me? Give me some questions you might have had or things that may have come up. Okay. We got R Jackson 624. Would this be the sole workout you do today, or is this on top of other work? Okay, great question. So really simply put, I already did workout today, okay? I have certain protocols I hit every week. I do barbell work, I do kettlebell work, I do pull-up work, I don't know, all different works. I can probably work with ropes sometimes, all different things, but consistently the main things in my workouts are both barbell and kettlebell, okay? Now this one right here would be the entire workout for that many rounds. You could do 10, 15, even 20. I've had people that I only see once a week. I'll just make workouts for them that would look just like this, okay? That's totally possible, all right? But what I would also say is, for me, this workout would be on top of what I would already do from a strength perspective. So if you ever see me in the backyard with this wall behind me and you see me swinging the kettlebells, you already knew that I already probably either heavy deadlifted or heavy squatted, or I also heavy benched or heavy overhead pressed, okay? Or I did heavy pulls, whatever it was, this would be on top of that, okay? So I treat as more of my conditioning. This is what gets my heart rate up. Good question there. I think I saw another one on Instagram. Let me see. Okay, so thank you for that question. All right, let me see. We said YouTube Punk. We have tips for mastering the flip at the top of the snatch. My snatch, and I'm assuming you mean cleans, aren't as smooth, and you bang your arms. Okay, I'm only going to talk about cleans today because I didn't break down the snatch, okay? That's a really common thing when you go overhead with the snatch, that you do bang your wrist. That would take a lot more. I'm sure I'll do a workout at some point on the snatch, and I would definitely recommend coming to that one because, yeah, could be a really clanky move. But on the clean, that concept of the low pull, so you saw me going from here, okay? I want to show you two different versions. I'm going to show you the version where I'm going to clean to the rack, and then I'm going to show you the version where I go to more of a low pull, and then I receive it, okay? I call one catching the bell and then one receiving the bell. So watch 2 to the rack, and then I'm going to go 2 to receiving. Okay, so watch. This is cleaning to the rack. Bang my wrist. Again, I'm going to clean to the rack. I don't love that one. Now watch. I'm going to clean to about this height, okay, to the low pull, to the receive it. Watch what happens. So much smoother. I receive the bell. Okay? 2 things that are happening there as I'm doing it. One, I'm loosening my grip, okay, and I'm going around the bell, okay? So one way to think of it, because you can't really do this in slow-mo, if I do a low pull, I can catch and then just turn around the bell. Now I'm in the position, okay? Pretty silly, but it works. So I go here, low pull, I catch, and I just place it into place. Then when I go in the clean, I just go low pull and I'm right there, okay? So on the clean, that's one way to prevent from banging your wrist. But to be quite honest with you guys, you want to think about this. The more reps you get under your belt, the easier these things are going to be, okay? So I definitely recommend doing reps and getting comfortable with it, but that low pull to catch to turning rather than receiving into the rack, which isn't so fun. Yeah, hopefully that helps. You're welcome. I'm glad I can answer it because that's a really common question. And it's somewhat similar with the snatch. I teach a mid pull and then going overhead to a punch through, but I'll break that down for another time. All right, such a great cue. So many people need that. Thank you for that, Haley. I appreciate that. Yeah, I know that cue. It's been kind of a game changer, that concept of going here to here, because I used to teach like a dead stop clean, and I just found that people were still banging their wrist. So I find that's a good way to break it, to stop that from happening. All right. Any other questions we have? Whatever you guys have, anything that came up in the workout, anything with kettlebells, I'll do my best to answer. Anything else? Going now, going once, going twice. Anything on Instagram? You guys got anything for me? Anything on YouTube? All right. Okay. If there's no other questions, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the workout. As I mentioned, my name is Alex Karu. My website is theformulafitness.com. I'm really excited because I'm redoing it, actually, so I'm going to be able to offer you guys a lot more kettlebell content. Really, if you like the technical breakdown of this is it's going to be a really helpful courses I have. Plus, the book I'm writing for the Kettlebell Kings, it's going to be called Kettlebells for Beginners. So it's purposely breaking it down for it to be accessible to everybody, okay? So I want you to be aware of some of the things I have coming up. But again, that's the THE formulafitness.com. That's my website. You can find my handle on Instagram. It's at Alex Karu, AlexKaru. Okay. You'll see my stuff on the Kettlebell Kings. So if you guys are on Instagram, you can find that there also. I'll put all the links at the bottom of this also. But yeah, this is a lot of fun, guys. I really like breaking this down. You're welcome for the workout. I'm glad I can do this for you. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. And thank you to the Kettlebell Kings. You guys are great. I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope you, come to some of my future workouts. I'm going to be doing this again in about a month. Okay. So it'll be sometime around the 10th of next month. Okay. So that's it, guys. Thanks for joining the kid. I hope you had fun with it, and I will see you all next time.